Okay, everybody, here is the review, Chapter 4, which is exponents and logarithms. So I'll go through this quickly, and you can always pause as you go, but here's what I did for question 1. So first of all, question 1, I just moved all the negative exponents. Moved the 4 to the negative 3 down, I moved the x1 up, I moved the y2 down. And then I know 4 to the third is 64, times 2 is 128. I canceled some y's, I got y3, and I added some x's, and I got x to the 6, okay? Number 2, I did the same thing. I brought this whole term down because that was negative. So I brought the whole term down. After I brought the whole term down, then I then made that a 4, because negative 2 squared. I made that a negative 8, because I'm multiplying exponents of y squared. And then I brought up the x to the negative 8. I knew that this was 8 times 4 is 32. And then I cancel some y's. I got one y, so cancel some x's and got just x to the 7th, okay? Number 3, first thing I did is I simplified by reducing the 5's to 1, 2, and 1. And then I brought this term up. When I brought it up, then it became a positive exponent, and then I was able to multiply and add exponents. So I get an x to the 4 halves and x to the 8 halves, which is x squared, plus 2x to the 4th, okay? And again, you can pause this if I'm going too fast. Number 4 should have said exponential function, but that's what I need to add. Anyway, here's my exponential function. I know that a has to be 5 because we get f of 0 equals 5. So a is 5. So I put that in as a. And then I take my other point, 2, 20. I put 2 in for x and 20 in for y. I solve. Divide by 5. I get 4. Square root of 4 is 2. So b is 2, so I rewrite as f of x or y equals 5 times 2 to the x. Don't multiply that. That's not 10. That is a 2 to the x. And then I plugged in negative 3 for x. That's the same as 2 cubed, which is 8, so I get 5/8. Okay. On 10, on 5, my banking, I just had to remember the formulas. So the formula I have here in my notes, I've got both these banking formulas in my notes. And I used it for Diana and her bank. She put in 5,000. 1 plus 6% for 12 months, because it's monthly, for 10 years. And I used my calculator. And I got $9,096.98. On B, since she's going to have it compounded continuously, I used the E formula. So she put in 5,000 at 4.5% for 10 years. I used my calculator with the E button. I got $7,841.56. Okay, if you get stuck and you don't get something, please ask, okay? 6, all I have to do is put in log form. So log base 5 of 100 equals x. You don't have to evaluate it, just change, okay? 7, change it to exponential form. So I'm going to go 5 to the x equals 12. Don't evaluate it, just put it in exponential form, okay? 8, first of all, that's going to be a plus because of the times. That's going to be a subtract because of the divide, because we're doing exponents. I float the exponent down. On both cases, square root, same thing as a 1/2 power. So I've got a 3 log a plus a 1/2 log b minus a log c. 9, we're going to take it and make it look like 8. So the first thing I did is I brought back my exponents, half, brought back my third, brought back my 2, and then I brought it together as a single log. That's the same thing as square root. I know because it's plus, it's multiply, y cubed, and then because that's subtracting, it's divide by c squared. Okay, I'm looking through this pretty quickly because you're going to work on this, but you can check your answers. Okay, so then after those two, I believe I'm on question number 6. Okay, which is, hold on, I'm all over the place, aren't I? That's right. It is. Here it is. Okay, 10. Question 10. So they're different bases. So I took the log of both sides, the regular log, which then floats the exponents down. Okay, I floated the exponents down. I divided by log of 6, divided by log of 6, and I used my calculator. What is log of 12 divided by log of 6? It's not log of 2. I used my calculator. I got about a 1.387x. I'm solving for x, so I minus 1x, minus 1x. So I got 1 equals, if I subtract those, I got 0.387x. I divided by 0.387, and I got about a 2.58. 11, I just changed the log form because I saw e, so I went natural log, or log base e of 100 equals 2x. I found out with a natural log of 100 was 4.605. I divided by 2, and I got about a 2.3. Moving on, 12, I know that natural log is log base e, so then I took it from log form to exponential form, e to the 2 equals x plus 1. E to the 2 is about a 7.39. I got to solve, so minus 1, got about a 6.39. All right, pause it. I'm probably going way too fast, but you can always pause it, okay? 13 got squished in here. I made a mistake at 13 because I didn't know that was, I thought that was an equal sign. I thought that was a, anyway. So it is an equal sign, so put these two together, log of 6x, multiply those two, right? And I was able to get rid of the logs, so I'll have an x squared plus 8 equals 6x. I brought over the 6x, and then I factored negative 2, negative 4, but then the answer is just 2 and 4, okay? And both those are okay. Neither one of those are going to give me a problem because they're not going to make a log be negative, okay? And then 14, I brought these two together because of the plus and made it log base 5 of x times x minus 4 equals 1. And then I changed it to exponential form, 5 to the 1 equals what's inside, negative 5, x squared minus 4x, because I distributed. I know I'm going to have to factor, spread out of 5, factor into negative 5, positive 1. I got to throw out the negative 1, because x is 5, negative 1, but not negative 1. Okay, 15, finally, we're getting there. I know that my beginning amount was 800, half-life, and a cycle every 10. So I know I'm going to see how long is it going to take to get down to, how long down to 100, so I divided by 800, I got 1/8. And then take the log both sides, I got 3, which actually kind of makes sense. Took the log base 1/2 of 1/8, I got 3, multiplied by 10, and I got 30, okay? And that's about all I got, okay? And the extra, if you want to work on the extra, you can work on the extra or ask me how to do it. So, hopefully I'll do really well on the quiz test. Yeah.